Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again bringing you all another Wi-Fi match. Back in the OU tier once again, and we're going to be playing against ExileWarrior. He was formerly known as Toysofwar. We've actually played before. He actually battled me a few times in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And this is going to be our first match here in Sword and Shield. But he actually changed his name to ExileWarrior now for some reason. Usually when I come up with usernames on the internet, I usually just stick to it. When people change it all the time, that kind of like, it kind of annoys me because I have to like readjust my recognition of, the people that I encounter, and whatnot. It's kind of hard to explain it, but you know what, bear with me. But anyways, yeah, we're going to be doing an OU match here, obviously. And unlike most of the OU matches that I've done in the past, this one's going to be at level 100 too, honestly. Although I think the matches with Xavier have all been in level 100, honestly. But, this is the first time we're doing OU at level 100, actually. So, yeah. The team that we're going to use is obviously this one, as always. It's because it's the only team I have. Unless I can find or make a team, I'm pretty much going to be using this one for a while. But it doesn't really matter that much just because I'm not going to be doing this many matches anyway. Like I said before, I'm not going to do too many Wi-Fi battles, obviously. I just wanted to do a few of them because, again, I have things I want to do later down the road. But, yeah, if I'm going to get some Wi-Fi matches in, I might as well get, with the people that actually follow me on my channel at the very least, Like, for example, I think ExileWarrior is actually one of my followers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he subscribed to me though, but I know that he's been watching at least some of my videos, I think. I don't know. But either way, this is the team that he's bringing. He actually has an Incineroar, a Kyurem, a Grimmsnarl, a Gengar, Corviknight, and a Seismitoad. A bunch of annoying stuff, obviously. And obviously, I'm kind of considering leading with Tyranitar just to get the Sandstorm up. Plus, I feel like it kind of does decently against most of what he has. Barring probably the Corviknight. No, the Seismitoad. But I feel like he may not lead with Seismitoad. It really just depends on what his tendencies are here. But I just decided to send in Tyranitar regardless because even if he leads with it, if I want to stay in and just go for Crunch, I can still do a lot of damage. And Scald won't do too much damage. The only thing I risk is possibly getting burned. But we're going to see right now what we can get out of this. So here we go. We're going to be playing against ExileWarrior, known as Eric here in the game. But yeah. As I said before, we're going to be leading with Tyranitar. As you can see right here, he's actually going to lead off with the Incineroar, which is actually a really, really good matchup for me. Although the only thing I have to, worry about is getting like my attack reduced here. So because of that, I'm kind of wondering what I should do now. But I do get the Sandstream up here now, which is actually good. Because every switch-in he makes, I'm going to be like punishing his switch-ins basically. Actually, no, not punishing his switch-ins. It's gonna cripple anything that comes in, basically, unless they're immune to it, which I think the only thing that's immune to it on his team is the Seismitoad and the Corviknight, which I don't know how likely he wants to switch in on a Tyranitar, but again, that's kind of the thing. Crazily enough for me, I just go balls to the wall and just send an Excadrill right out of the gate, just because for some reason I was kind of anticipating the U-turn, which is exactly what he goes for right here. And I was thinking, okay, if he goes in the Seismitoad right here, the first thing I'm going to do right now is just set up the Sword Stance. Like I said, just going balls to the wall. It's because what happened was that in the last battle with Xavier, I just freaking was so upset at the fact that like I just didn't go with what I was intended to do. Because I was intending a Excadrill sweep against the guy, and because I played dumb and didn't go with my gut a lot of the time, I just ended up making all of the wrong calls and as a result paying for it basically. So here basically this match is basically here to redeem myself, or at least this team, in doing what it was supposed to do in the first place, honestly. So yeah, as you can see right here, I just go for the Sword Dance. Even if I take an Earthquake or Scald, I just wanted to freaking do it, honestly. Thankfully for me, he actually just went for the Stealth Rocks, which was a possible play because, I'm usually forced to switch out in these kinds of matchups, obviously, with Excadrill and Seismitoad and whatnot. So because of that, now what I'm going to do now is just go for Earthquake, because there's really no reason for me not to at this point. I mean, the switch in here is obviously going to be the Corviknight, but again, there's no reason for me to overpredict and go for Iron Head yet. Especially since, Seismitoad resists that, and if he stays in, he's going to just Earthquake me, or even Scald me, possibly burn me, or even take me out straight up, which I don't want, obviously. So yeah, as you can see, he is going to in fact send out the Corviknight, but again, I don't really care too much, honestly, because I could just set up to +6 if this thing ends up becoming like, you know, very, very difficult to take down, obviously. Although there is a possible set that I do have to worry about this on this Corviknight, and it's the ones that carry body press. But you're gonna see right here that this guy doesn't really seem to be carrying that, honestly, just because if he did, he probably would have gone for it right now. I'm just gonna go for the Rapid Spin just to get rid of these rocks. That was another reason why it was really, really good for me to have this Excadrill completely set up now, because now I can go for the Rapid Spin. And I forgot to mention this in the last match with Xavier, but this Rapid Spin now boosts speed, which means even if I lose the Sandstorm, I can actually still be at +2 speed regardless. So that's actually really, really good. There's that goes to show you how busted the buff to Rapid Spin can be now on Excadrill, at least. That's probably why it's still in OU, no? But yeah, so here he's gonna hard switch in the Incineroar now because he wants to get the Intimidate on my Excadrill. But again, the play still stands. I had to just basically go for Earthquake, basically. Like there's no reason for me to over predict. Even if he switches back in the Corviknight, like I just set up another Swords Dance if I find out that I'm not doing enough damage, obviously. So yeah, here I'm just gonna be waiting to see what he wants to do. He's just gonna go back into Corviknight, from what I understand. Yeah, I do. Or he does. Jeez, me? I don't have a Corviknight on this team. I had one in the first battle that I had, or the first couple battles I had. But yeah, so here, yeah, obviously this ain't gonna do nothing. But I think it's around here where I decided to just set up one more Swords Dance. It's either that or I just go for Iron Head just to see what this guy's tendencies is. Like maybe he'll switch into something that won't appreciate the Iron Head, other than Incineroar. And if he does, I'll just go for Earthquake. And if he goes back into Corviknight, we just go back for the Swords Dance. Like there's many plays I can actually make right now, honestly. Especially because right now I'm at +1 speed, I believe. But yeah, I do go for the Iron Head just to kind of see what he wants to do now. And he actually does stay in here. I got the flinch, so I don't really get to see what his actual tendencies are. But either way, as you can see right here, I'm actually going to speed this portion of the battle up, because here we kind of like end up at an impasse, actually, because I don't actually have like Rock Slide on this Excadrill to actually do damage to this Corviknight, so I kind of have to depend on spamming Iron Head for the most part, at least until he switches out to a, you know, like something that lets me go for Earthquake, obviously. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. I think somewhere around here I also try to set up like another +1 speed, basically, because I think right now I'm at +1 speed, so I want to get like +2 speed, so I try to find a way to actually go for the Rapid Spin again. But here I'm just going for Iron Head just to see how much I do with the, you know, I think I went for another Swords Dance too, honestly, so I just wanted to see how much damage I do. But yeah, here's where I go for the Rapid Spin now, so I can get the +2 speed. Even if he switched out, I don't think I lose much just going for it. He's gonna Roost too, honestly, so the fact that he has not gone for Body Press yet kind of tells me that this Corviknight doesn't have it, so therefore I can just simply set up to +6 if I so desire. I'm at +2 now, so I think I even outspeed everything that he has on his team. The only difficulty right now is just this Corviknight having Roost, and I feel like the goal that this guy might have right now is to probably just PP stall me out of Iron Heads, so that way I can only go for Earthquake, which this thing is immune to, and since I'm at +2 speed, I'll never be able to catch his Roosts, basically, like, you know, slowly, because, you know, like if I were to go for Earthquake while he Roosts first, I would have been able to hit him with Earthquake, but because he's slower naturally, especially because of +2 and whatnot, I just can't do that, basically. So I have no choice but to go for Iron Head. Here he's gonna send out the Incineroar finally, and just I think he lets it go down. It's either that or he just switches back into Corviknight. There was like a lot of switching around. Like I said before, this was just like an impasse, basically. Like there was not a whole lot going on for this throughout the majority of this match. This guy seemed lost, and it actually did look like I was possibly like in a situation where I might even like have been able to 6-0 this guy. But you're gonna see that this guy really just doesn't let up, and I kind of had a feeling that this would be the case with this guy, just because I've played him before and I know how persistent he is in not wanting to lose, basically. So I had to basically keep it as if I were to 6-0, and plus remember that the 20-minute timer is a thing, so obviously if I am in a position to be able to 6-0 him, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we 6-0 his sorry face and just, you know, like beat him and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, we just gotta do what we gotta do, obviously. Like I don't want to play in any way, shape, or form lenient, basically. So yeah, but this man's still thinking what he's gonna do, because right now he's still in a tight situation right now, because this Excadrill can still set up to +6. I don't think I ever end up setting up to +6, just because I know that he still has the freaking the Incineroar still to be intimidating me all the time. But he's finally gonna U-turn into Grimmsnarl, and this told me instantly that he's definitely gonna go for the Reflect. He does, and I go for the Iron Head, and I thought it was gonna live, but I forgot, like, I kind of lost count on how much I had here in terms of Sword Dances. I think I was like at +3 or +4, somewhere around there. Maybe even +5, but I don't think I ever got to +6 though. But yeah, I do take out this Grimmsnarl, which means if the Reflect goes out, I don't have to worry about it again, which is really, really good. Now here, I thought he was gonna go into Incineroar, or either that or just send something else, obviously, that can actually deal with this this Excadrill, but I don't know. He just goes back into Corviknight though. And if he sends this in, I thought he was going to go for the U-turn at the very least. But he actually just ends up going for Roost, so this is again where basically it's an impasse. We're not going to pretty much get anywhere here. I think here I just keep spamming Iron Head until he actually switches into something else, obviously. Because even if he goes into Incineroar, I can just switch it up to Earthquake, honestly. He could just play around me a lot, but I'm still in a position to just simply go for Iron Head, honestly. Here, I think, yeah, this just goes on for a while. This is why I sped this part of the video up. It's just because I knew this was going to take forever, honestly. It's because this Corviknight is just the only thing that's not letting me really progress throughout the entirety of the match. I get a few flinches here, but again, it's for nothing, honestly. Just because this thing at the end of the day is going to be able to Roost. The only good thing that's coming out of this this stall war is just that I'm withering, or I'm, like, you know, wasting all of his Reflect turns, which is good. Because that means my Excadrill is still looking pretty good here, obviously. Even though I am kind of running low in PP for Iron Head, which is actually the one thing that I'm a little worried about. So, as you can see, I only have like 9 Iron Heads left. So, if it gets to a point where I'm starting to run very low on them, where I'm going to need them, I feel, especially for that Kyurem that he still has in the back of his team, then there's a very good chance that I will have to switch out. In fact, it's somewhere around this impasse that I actually decided to switch out, just because I knew that this wasn't going to get anywhere, honestly. And it's not like I lost Tyranitar either, honestly, so I could just send that back in to summon the Sandstorm, and I can still have +2 speed, and still hit really hard, as long as I haven't gotten burned on this yet, by any means, whether it be by Skull from Seismitoad, or Will-O-Wisp from Gengar, or anything like that. So, yeah. As always, now he's actually going for Iron Hits himself just to get damage on my Excadrill, but again, it's for naught, because it's not really doing that much, and on top of that, I'm leftovers. We're both leftovers. That was another reason I decided to speed this up, because this was just going to be filled with leftovers and whatnot. So here, it's finally where I decide to switch into the Ferrothorn, because this also confirms to me that he doesn't even have substitutes, and he hasn't even gone for that either, honestly. So yeah, I send in this, and I think I try to go for a Leech Seed. It was either that or Spikes, but I think it was Leech Seed, because I don't think I really need the Spikes. Oh no, I go for Power Whip. I think I was supposed to go for Leech Seed here, but I actually ended up misclicking Power Whip because I wanted to, you know, play as quickly as possible before the timer goes down. You know that it's always the goal here not to make these matches and go to timer, basically. Because, you know, I do want to, like, win a match where it actually doesn't go to timer, basically, or time, basically. Jeez, I can't say that shit right. Why? Either way, he goes in the Gengar, and I just go for the Power Whip on this. I do get good damage, which I guess is fine. So, it's like not all for naught, basically. I think here I protect to see if this is like a choice variant. If he goes for Substitute, then that's just a rip me, obviously. Thankfully, he doesn't go for it. He just has Trick, basically, and tries to go for it on my Ferrothorn. Good thing I had Protect on this. Otherwise, I would not have been able to scout this out. And I would not have been able to know what to do here, obviously. So now, because he actually revealed that he's like a choice set, I decided to send in the, I believe, the Corsola. It was either a Corsola or the Dragapult. Oh yeah, it was the Dragapult, yeah. Okay, so I sent in the Dragapult, which was actually kind of risky, but at the same time, again, the trick kind of just told me this was choiced, honestly. Imagine if it wasn't choiced and he just jebaited me there. That would have been freaking ridiculous. But yeah, he gets my choice specs, which is actually kind of bad. I would have preferred it if I still had my choice specs, but Scarf is only good in the sense that I can now outspeed this Gengar, which he actually decides to stay in on and just lose it, which is fine with me, honestly. I'm honestly surprised he let it go down, honestly. I think he could have switched in the Seismitoad or something, because I was choice locked into Shadow Ball, honestly. But now he gets that safe switching into Kyurem, and now I'm the one that's forced to switch out. And I think I decided to just stay in and go for Shadow Ball just to see how much damage I could do. Maybe he'll try to set up a substitute, because these Kyurems are very well known for going for a substitute. I don't know if in this meta, but, you know, I just didn't want to risk it. Well, even though I'm risking it at the same time, because I stayed in, risking a nice move, and that's exactly what happens, and as a result I lose Dragapult. But I got rid of Gengar, so I don't really need Dragapult that much. In fact, I could just send in Tyranitar right here, and I still have the Chopo Berry intact, so if this thing happens to have like a fighting type move of sorts, I should be able to take it before hitting it with a Crunch. I decided to go for Crunch rather than Stone Edge because I don't want to risk missing. I've been missing a lot of moves that actually have like low accuracy, honestly, or high accuracy but not 100% accuracy. So imagine Stone Edge. I don't know why the hell I haven't removed that in exchange for Rock Slide, but yeah, I still have it. I guess it's just in case I get to a point where I'm actually forced to use it, but in this particular scenario I didn't feel I was forced to, so yeah. But yeah, he's gonna switch into the Seismitoad now though, so that's actually kind of annoying because, you know, Seismitoads are bulky as always. So I think I just hard switch in right here into the Ferrothorn, and I think here's where I try to go for a Leech Seed. I think this time I get it too, honestly, because I mean last time I was not able to. I went for Power Whip because I think I was getting a little too hasty as always. This game kind of forces you to play hasty though, real talk, in my defense, just because, you know, there's not a whole lot of time to be thinking basically. But you know, it's kind of weird how this game forces you to play, honestly, just because you have to play so fast, but you also have to be kind of like calculated at the same time. It's so weird, honestly. I'm not really accustomed to this. That's why I kind of wanted to do a few matches just to kind of get accustomed to it, because who knows, maybe this will be the future of Pokemon. I don't know. But anyways, he's gonna bring back this Corviknight, which is kind of eh. But there's only 3 minutes left on the timer anyway, so it's not like we're gonna be here for too long anyway. But as you can see, like, a lot of this match was just nothing but this damn Corviknight and the Excadrill. This was basically the match of the Steel types, if you didn't tell, honestly. Couldn't tell, jeez, I can't talk, man. I still can't talk. But whatever. Yeah, so now here I'm gonna hard switch into Rotom. I think I was trying to just simply predict him like Roost or something, but I don't know, or go for anything that wasn't like an attack or something, or maybe just take a hit from Corviknight and then, you know, just Volt Switch. But I think he just sent in the what's it called, the Kyurem on the switch, like on a double switch or something. But here he's gonna go for the Roost, and this is actually kind of like telling me, oh, so this thing might actually have the Substitute. I sent this in because I was kind of wondering if this thing even had Substitute. I go for the Hex just to see if he actually has it. Oh no, I go for the Will-O-Wisp, never mind. Then I go for Hex because I kind of wanted to actually get damage via the Hex as well. But I was risking the possible Substitute here. He does end up switching, so maybe it was actually risking the possible Toxic move here. Although I don't know if these Corsolas can even get Toxic. It's because this team, remember that I just made it, honestly. I didn't actually look into what it can learn and whatnot. But yeah, I just go for the Will-O-Wisp here. He actually predicts, or he doesn't predict anything. He just goes into Seismitoad fearing, I don't know, something. Maybe he was fearing a Toxic, if this thing can learn it. If he was fearing the Will-O-Wisp, I don't think there's any reason to fear Will-O-Wisp. At least not on Kyurem, because Kyurem is a special attacker. Seismitoad is the one that actually could be physical or mixed attacker, depending on the set, obviously. But yeah, as you can see, there's only like 56 seconds of this match left, or 55, 53. Jeez, it's because time's flying right now. But I'm just gonna go for the Hex now that I got the burn on this Seismitoad. I want to see if I can at least take out the Seismitoad before it goes to time, basically. But as you can see, it's because these animations, these leftovers and these freaking burn animations, it's just taking a lot of the damn time. I really wish this wasn't like a freaking issue, honestly. Like, I wish the timer wasn't continuing during these animations, because these animations really, you know, they drag like crazy. But whatever. Yeah, either way, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take out this Seismitoad, because even though I actually do mash my move before like the last 2 seconds, I don't think my opponent does. In fact, I think my opponent was just so stubborn, he just wanted to just leave it like that, honestly. He didn't want to just let this go down. So yeah, you see, this guy was persistent. He wasn't willing to let himself go down that way. So that's kind of why I had to stick to the game plan and not let myself get carried away by other things, you know. But yeah, we're going to be able to win this though, nonetheless. 5-3, because again, but I was looking to be in a very good position, honestly, to still beat him, honestly, just because I had a lot of stuff that I can actually use against him anyway. So if I had to fodder some stuff, I would have had a lot of stuff to, you know, fodder, obviously. But yeah, that's gonna be the first match with ExileWarrior. We are gonna rematch again because this guy also wants a rematch. Like, seriously, what's with these people and wanting rematches from me just because I beat them? Like, I don't freaking go out to asking people for rematches when they beat my ass, honestly. But whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the rematch, obviously, just because he is one of my followers, I think. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, then rip me. I'm just letting myself get manipulated by the world, as always. But whatever. Either way, thank you all for watching this match. Catch you guys for the next match whenever we get to it. It's probably gonna be the rematch with ExileWarrior. But yeah, for now, just take it easy. Have yourselves a damn good one.